Welcome everybody to the World Tour of Modern Skyblock 2 for the 3rd of October 2017. Alright, I suppose we shall get straight into the FTB guidebook and see where we're actually at in progression. Last time we left off from the last World Tour, we had just basically touched on Britannia. Since then, we've done a small amount. We've completed the Actually Editions chapter, and we just very briefly touched on the Evilcraft chapter. Now, Britannia we really only use very, very minorly, for the sheer reason to get into Actually Editions, we needed recon. This thing here, the Atomic Reconstructor, you need it for the lens for the Actually Editions. We needed a mana lens. So pretty much that's all I've used Britannia for the meantime. I personally haven't actually seen much of a use for Britannia past this, as in custom recipes. If you are indeed playing the pack along at home, maybe you can give me some suggestions what we could actually use Britannia for, because there hasn't really been much integration. I haven't really even thought about anything we could actually use Britannia for as a... Oh, hang on. I tell a lie. There is something we could use Britannia for, and that is very early networking, like storage. That is something we could in fact do. Maybe. We'll see how we go. I don't know how far off anything like Applied Energistics is. If it's looking like that sort of thing's really far off, let's go back to the digital storage. Is chapter 2, location 6. So we're getting very close to that. Maybe we'll just write that off as a bad idea. Alright? So, Actually Editions. Let's go back to the book, shall we? Requires us to make the Reconstructor, which we did. Let's head over to where the Reconstructor was made. Oh, that was another thing. Completely off topic to the actual progression chain. We decided to do a little bit in Embers, because I really wanted to get. I was requested to get an Enderium casing for the ore generation thing over there. Now, I had researched that quite a fair bit and realized we needed what was it? Enderium? Liquid Enderium? Basically melting down the ender pearls. Now, you can't melt down the ender pearls in Tinker's Smelteries. You can't melt down Endermen in Tinker's Smelteries. So the smeltery that I've got kind of here, I used for a short period of time. Once we realized that I wasn't getting any resident ender. That's what I was trying to think of. Once we realized we weren't getting any of that, it just looks like a really nice shoot at the moment. Bit of a waste of resource, but anyway. So to get the actual magma crucible required to make the resident ender, we needed this thing called Dawnstone, and so I had to teach myself basic embers. So I went and did that. I actually have set up a very basic embers refinery. Plus this thing which is like an alloy mixer. This centrifuge here just mixes an alloy of gold and copper, which gets you Dawnstone. But to get the Dawnstone out and bring it into either an ingot form, which we want for the magma crucible, we need the almighty bucket. The bucket is the gate that we're currently hiding behind. So anyway, so we decided we'll go back to the quest book and we'll progress chapter through chapter. So then we were focused on the actual additions. We made the Empowerer, which then therefore led on, that little thing there, led on to the massive quest, well, not even a quest chain, the production chain to make the Empowerer. We haven't actually done anything with the Empowerer yet, because the chapter after this, if we go back, leads straight into Evilcraft. Evilcraft is a mod pack I have no idea about. Again, a lot of these mods that we're working our way through, the Ember, I personally had no experience with. Evilcraft I have no experience with. Actual additions, very minimal experience with. So this pack has really been teaching me quite a fair bit when it comes to these like even the starts of new mods, rather than actually they do like. I'm trying to figure out what's the mod pack creator is really thinking, because he's taking like parts of mod packs for his progression chain, like the opening sections of mods for a progression chain. Later Britannia, I don't know if anything's really been modified with the Later Britannia. Whether the Later Britannia will be brought back into the production chains, as it were, I don't know. So it would be interesting to find out. But basically, it's just introducing one mod after another to work down his progression chain. That's how it seems to me. Now, there has been an update. I've now actually updated my pack to 2.5.1, and that has difficulty. It basically has difficulties now. Now, the actual difficulties themselves, I think. Actually, I don't know what the expert difficulty level is, but the normal difficulty level is still fairly hard as it is. So as a single player, it's okay for me. I'm not really that hardcore that this is the only game I'm playing. You have to be so like heavily focused to actually even really do the expert mode. Now, another thing that was changed in the patch, and that was the rolling machine. Not the rolling machine, the compressor. I think they got moved back through the compression. I don't know. It is in the normal setting. It's still the same. So I'm good. Currently in the normal difficulty, it's reasonable. If you are playing the expert mode, I think this got pushed back to well after Steel. So there is that. So if you're playing expert, you signed on for pain, my friend. I'm sorry for you. So where are we leading towards? Now, doing more with Evilcraft, actually. At the moment, I've suffered several deaths, as you can see. Let's turn our monsters on. I had one of the Ember ancient golems either spawn out or got pushed out of my smeltery, and pain was had. So I could probably do I have any more actual stones? I do have some sear bricks. I don't really need the I don't need the pipeline over to the smeltery anymore. So I think what we'll do, just very quickly, just a little bit of stuff here. We'll just remove this pipeline and ensure that is set. Now, in the bottom of this killing zone we have here, I've placed wooden spikes. That is to drop the mobs down to, was it 1 heart or half a heart? Not entirely sure, but it should be a one-hit kill. I've really got to get an item collector nearby to here to collect all the items so we can come and get them. But we're doing this so we can actually get blood for Evilcraft. Again, I'm probably going to have to teach myself some more of the basic openings with the blood Evilcraft itself. I have watched some videos, so I have... Actually, to be quite honest, I have no idea what I'm doing. All I know is how to collect blood. And that's to kill things with the blood extractor in your inventory. Not your hotbar, in your inventory. So, we've actually, I'm actually kind of proud about this little setup I've got here for spawning platforms. Yes, we can use Enderman, but... We can, it does take Enderman, but using the Evilcraft glass and the setup with the fans there, it's actually quite a nice little like a spawning platform that we've got up the top here. So that indeed is that. All we've pretty much done. I've basically tried to again circumvent the pack itself. Let's get rid of that. To get the higher efficiency to making making metals, but haven't quite got there yet. But that's okay. We're doing quite well. I'm still enjoying the pack to a certain degree. Making the Empower was painful at best, because we'll just let's go through the build list of what the Empower was. Now, the Empower and the setup, you need 5 display stands. To get the display stands, you need all of this quartz to start off with, quartz blocks, by 5, and then you need 5 of these advanced coils just for the platforms themselves. Oh! That's interesting. That's different to what I had. I had basic coils. So, I was running on 2.4.1 or 0.4. And the recipe for this was one of these basic coils, and going back to the advanced coils, they were surrounded by like a gold mesh, which was gold bars surrounded by string. So that was 8 ingots around the basic coil. So I could expect the normal difficulty to be a darn sight easier than what I've been trying to really wrap my head around. Which I'm all for, to be quite honest. I'd like to actually see some little more progression through my streams. So with updating to 2.5.1, I've actually made the game easier for myself. Have definitely heard murmurings. Actually, how bad are pistons? Now, I just want to find out. Okay, pistons themselves. Redstone ingot. Oh, that's definitely changed. Ah, a reinforced iron ingot, which is something to do with calculator. Stone separator. Okay, how do we make a stone separator? Reinforced stone plus power cube plus reinforced iron ingot. Oh, there we go. It's an iron ingot plus reinforced stone. Give you reinforced iron ingot. Reinforced stone is cobblestone plus wood. Okay, I can get behind that. Yeah, could be interesting. Alright folks, thanks for joining us for the world tour of Modern Skyblock 2. Just remember, if you want to jump into the live streams, come down to my Twitch page, you'll see the times on the calendar there when I am streaming. You can also, of course, go back and have a look at the VODs of the live streams themselves. They're generally about 2-hour blocks, so relatively easy to consume. Alright folks, well, I've been Raetac. I'll see you next time.